At the heart of our Haggadah is a machloket, an argument between two rabbis, Rav and Shmuel. And the core story that we tell is one where we move from degradation to praise, from the lowest place that we've ever been to the highest heights that we've ever been. The Seder is meant to be this journey. And Rav and Shmuel argued over what that low point was. And Rav said it was that our ancestors were actually idol worshippers, while Shmuel said we were slaves. This is preserved in the Haggadah because there are really two versions of the story that we tell in the Magid. We're maybe, of course, familiar with Avadim Hayinu, pretty basic. We were slaves. It's exactly, Howard is going, Avadim Hayinu. So I'm not going to lead us all in a rousing version, but we know that story. And then, just a few pages later, we say, Mitechila of de avodah zarah hayu avotenu. From the outset, our ancestors were idol worshippers. So generally, these are thought of as two distinct explanations that, similar to other ways that our tradition just tends to preserve all the possible arguments, all of the possible different opinions, our Haggadah places both of these before us, almost as if they're both options for how we might orient ourselves in our own lives. But I heard a teaching from the Rambam that actually harmonizes these two views and says that we need to tell the story in both of these ways because of the different needs that we have over the course of our lives. Children need to hear the story of Avadim Hayinu. It's tangible for them. They understand the story of the Exodus, the way that it's told, with all of the characters and all of the big drama, and really all of the ways that God seems to act in the world. But grown-ups need a different story. We need to make a different journey, not one where we believe that God just acts in the world, but that we have work to do as individuals, that we actually have to make our own spiritual journeys from being people who believe in idols, and I'll explain what I mean in a moment, to people who believe in this one particular God. In a way, the idolatry that we seem to be moving from is the idolatry of thinking that God or gods will act for us, that we don't have work to do. And the Hebrew God, our special God, is a God who makes endless demands of us. We commit ourselves when we move from a place of avodah zarah to a place of yirat Hashem. We commit ourselves to a journey of taking responsibility for ourselves and taking responsibility for one another. And that is the journey from a low place, from a degraded place, one in which we might blame anything that's wrong with the world on everybody but ourselves, to a high place, a place of praise, which doesn't necessarily mean that it always feels good, but it can feel triumphant to say, in spite of how hard it is, we actually will still take responsibility for ourselves and for the world around us. So I know that you have two Seders behind you at this point, but something to meditate on over the week of Pesach is this core idea that the journey that we as grown-ups have to make as Jews is to accept that to believe in God is also to believe in our own radical sense of responsibility for doing the right thing in our own lives. And I hope that that's a blessed journey in the days and weeks to come. We're going to continue